Hey, we are here for the city finals in Philadelphia with American Ninja Warrior. Stay tuned in.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AfterBuzz TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
I'll have a blue Christmas without you. People go, why are you playing Christmas music here? We are doing American Ninja Warrior. We're in Philadelphia. And the answer is, I have no reason. We said that we were just we wanted to play Blue Christmas by Elvis Presley to start the show.
Because we said so.
Because we said so. Thank you. And Alexis is there punching in. Whoop, whoop.
Yeah.
Alexis is in the house. Thank you for helping me out there, little Alexis. And tonight, I'm Chris Howard. I'm here all by myself. And that's why we're playing Blue Christmas, because I'm sad. My buddy Ty is out for the count. He's doing some very important work for the White House right now in Washington, D.C. I can't divulge the nature of it, but let's just say it's big, all right? Or as Donald Trump would say, it's huge. It's really huge. Yes. So I am here all by myself and all by my lonesome to talk about. And I got Alexis, so all is well and all is fine in the universe. Thank you very much. And your little dog too. She's got a little dog running around here named Rocky, which you know, Alexis, we got to bring the dog in because we're in Philadelphia. These are the Philadelphia finals.
That's why I brought him today. I mean, he's running around, but I brought him today just for that.
Brought her little dog Rocky here for the Philadelphia finals, and so Rocky's running around the studio here tonight. Maybe you'll get to meet him. I doubt it though, because we're closed in session.
Nope.
In any case, let's get rocking and rolling. This is a very special episode here in Philadelphia because we have 4 girls who made it to the top 30 from the qualifiers for the finals. 4 girls that made it to the top 30, very first time in America Ninja Warrior history. Can I have a round of applause, please? Maybe not.
Gotta give me a minute, buddy.
I know. She didn't know I was going to ask for it, but I mean that's.
But I got you though.
Thank you. You are so on it. But it deserves a round of applause. 4 women making it first time, and we have some history making that happened on the show here tonight. Some of it in a good way, some of it in a not so good way. We're going to talk about that in just a little bit. So. And if you find me looking at my notes a little bit more here and breaking reports, not that I don't love you, I love you very much. It's just that there's so much to talk about. And we're going to start first here with Alyssa Beard, who was one of the 4 women. She was our first runner of this course tonight. Thank you.
Sorry, I was trying to do the ta-da one, but I got the wrong
We can do it
one.
again. We can do it again.
There it is.
There we go. All right, I love it. So she was the first one to run the course tonight, but let's talk about this course so you can, and if you haven't seen the episode, I want you to picture this, but I also want you to go and watch the episode. That's the whole point. We want to get you excited about this, and it's an episode well worth watching because this is likely the toughest finals course that they've ever had, and you'll find out why at the end of our show. But I'm not going to reveal that yet. That's part of the mystery of a show like this. You kind of do the reveal at the right time. So in any case, we had the floating steps, as always, at the start of the course, followed by the log grip, which is very difficult, where you've got to wrap your arms around a log that goes down on an incline, on a steep incline, followed by the wall drop, followed by the paddle boards. Now, here's the deal with the paddle boards. This is one of the most difficult balance exercises. What do you call these things? You call them obstacles. Thank you. I need a little music there, like a light bulb music or something, because
I'll just go light bulb.
Okay, thank you, light bulb. So one of the most difficult challenges or obstacles on these courses from a balance perspective. There's always a balance obstacle. The paddle boards is probably, in my estimation, the most difficult balance obstacle out there. You've got 2 boards on either side, but there's a series of them that you got to run right across. Right after that, we got the wall drop, and the wall drop also very challenging. We've got a trampoline as part of the wall drop that you bounce off of the trampoline. It's an 11-foot or a 13-foot drop. I don't remember which, but they hit the trampoline, jump up, and they grab what looks like a punching bag. It's very big, and swing over to the other side. Very difficult obstacle, followed by rolling thunder. Now, rolling thunder is one that we have yet to see a woman make it across. Now, what was interesting about Philadelphia in the qualifying rounds for the finals was that we actually had, as I mentioned before, 4 women that came through, but this has been the obstacle that stopped just about everybody on the course, including the 4 women. So they beat it from a time perspective. They made it in from a time perspective, but this Rolling Thunder is a bitch. Can I say that on nighttime TV? This isn't TV. We're online, so I can say bitch.
Yeah.
Yes,
Sure.
okay, thank you. Thanks, Alexis. Alexis is trying so hard to pay attention to me because she's got so many things going on, but I love you. After Rolling Thunder. So Rolling Thunder, what that is, it's a metal wheel that rolls down a track. And the metal wheel has plexiglass over certain partitions, and you've got to hold on to the metal wheel and roll it down. Very, very difficult obstacle to make it through. Took out many people on the qualifying rounds. We're going to see it did the same thing here tonight. And then we've got the warped wall. And the warped wall is higher than the traditional warped wall on the qualifying courses. And this one will take out a lot of people. We'll talk about that. The salmon ladder. So if you've ever seen Arrow, this is what... Stephen Amell goes up and he does the salmon ladder, and you see his bulging muscles and stuff. Well, that's fake. That's TV. This is the real deal. These are real ninjas. They're not television ninjas. Then we've got, after the salmon ladder, the flying shelf. Now, I'll tell you what, when I saw the flying shelf, I thought there's no way that anybody's going to make it through this one. But interestingly enough, they made it through the flying shelf. We'll talk about that. So on the flying shelf, you have to jump and grab a shelf with just about enough room to get your fingers over the top, and then jump to the next shelf, and then jump off. And for me, by the time you make it to the flying, to the what do we call it? The flying shelf grab is what the obstacle's called. By the time you make it there, you're so exhausted. The arms are gone. So I was waiting. I thought that would take everybody out, but we did get some people make it past that. So we're going to be looking at that. And then we've got the stair hopper. Very challenging exercise with a pole and a pole. But we got a pole, but it's a horizontal salmon ladder, where you've got to jump across and horizontally with this pole. And then finally, we've got the invisible ladder. And the invisible ladder, yes, the ever infamous, oh so popular invisible ladder. We've got 2 rings, and you've got to pull yourself up. It's as if you were climbing a ladder, but there's no stability there. They're held on cables, and this was another bitch tonight. I'll say the word bitch again.
Man,
so
we're just counting the numbers there.
yeah, you know what? I just feel sassy tonight.
Hey, you're
I think
allowed.
is
You're
what
by
it is.
yourself.
There you go. There you
Bring
go.
out those, bring it out.
That's a little Rocky too for Philadelphia,
Yeah, right?
which is good. Roof, Rocky. Yeah. So no, I feel a little sassy because I think it's just my loneliness bubbling out and expressing itself as anger here. But I'm not that lonely. I got you. I love you.
I'm here.
And I got you. I love you too. All right, so here we go. Alyssa Beard hits the course. Now, Alyssa's a fifth grade teacher, and if you have yet to, if you're not a fan of the show, if you have yet to fall in love with it, you certainly will. And one of the magical things about American Ninja Warrior is that everybody has their story, and the story is what makes it gripping. It's just like Rocky. Rocky had his Rocky story, right? So it's the underdog rising to meet the world champion. Well, here we've got the 5th grade school teacher that is going to show us how to ace this course, how to get an A. Now, she doesn't quite get an A, but she does pretty well. So I'll give her an honorable mention. So she hits the course, one of our 4 ladies on the course here tonight. What's impressive about Alyssa is she's only been training for a year on ninja obstacle courses. And what was fascinating throughout this episode and through all of these episodes, has been a learning experience for me, is to see how many of these people are actually building their own ninja courses. They're constructing them in their backyards, in their gym, or in their garages, and in their gyms. I don't
understand like how they have time or the what is it, the material, I guess, to sit there and actually make.
Well, you know what? You can buy them now.
Are you serious?
You can literally buy, you can buy different obstacles and stuff and put it up in your backyard.
That is ridiculous, and also makes sense because, I mean, why not make money off of, stuff?
Off of stuff. There you go. I think you have a point, Alexis. We might, shoot. Now that you said that, I think we should go into business and go make some money off of stuff.
No, I'm saying that you should just make some American Ninja Warrior stuff and sell it to people, and they'll be like, yeah, that sounds great, and just do it.
It's a great business idea.
Yeah?
There you go. Yeah, we put you on Shark Tank.
Yes.
I do that show as well.
That's right. You should go check that out, people.
Yeah. Go check that out. Yeah. So in any case, yeah, no, but they do. And now they have Ninja Warrior gyms across all across the United States, probably all over the world at this point, where people are training in gyms, and I think it's very cool. It gives you something to work for. It's got it's in terms of functional fitness, you'd have to think that it's pretty darn good because you're going through all sorts of different types of challenges, and one would have to say that for Alyssa Beard, a fifth grade classroom would probably be much like a Ninja Warrior obstacle course. Getting through those kids is probably far more challenging than this course. In any case, we had so she started about a year ago. She's doing great. She's training at a local gym. She went across. She did pretty darn good. Almost lost it on the paddle boards. Then she crawled off the backwards of the wall drop. So, and we were seeing this quite often as a technique here tonight. This was also used in the qualifying rounds where they would grab, once again, at what looked like a punching bag. So they hit the trampoline, bounce back up. They had to grab the punching bag in the right area and then kind of slide down it toward the bottom in order to get it swinging for a dismount on the other side. She almost lost it there, but she ended up using a bit of a technique that we see over and over again in this episode, where the participant will swing, they'll grab their feet hooked with the insteps of their feet hooked over the other side of the barrier that they're making it to, and then use their ab strength to pull the entire punching bag up so they're in an upright position and can move forward. So she was able to do this. She did it pretty darn effectively. And she was doing pretty darn well until she hit Rolling Thunder. So Rolling Thunder, once again, are the big metal rings that took out so many people from the qualifying rounds. That's got the plexiglass in there. So she's got, like, I believe it's like an inch and a half of grip space. And they'll roll these things around until they hit the plexiglass. As soon as you hit the plexiglass, you've got to reach across and over to the other side. So it kills the grip even more. And she went down just before making it off of that one. And she was so close, but yet so far. So that's number one, Alyssa Beard. And so we have one of the four women that made it here that's down at the count, down for the count, right? So now we've got Carl Fantauzzo is next. He was our second runner here tonight, 42 years old. Ripped like nothing I've ever seen. I mean, I'm 46 years old, and I looked at him and thought, I'm doing something wrong, right? This guy was really well built. He's a liquor store owner, so you can really do anything, right? Liquor store owner. Alexis, even you could get on this show. I'm positive of it.
Nope.
Yeah. Alexis has a colorful background. I'll leave that out.
Well, yeah, I mean, but I can't actually do any of the obstacles. So I'd go there and be like, this is my story, and then just fall into that weird, I can't remember, it's like that angled wall where you're supposed to hop back and forth when you first start. I would just land in the
It's
water.
like a vat of acid.
Yeah, that would just be, I would
You'd
just
land
fall
in the
into
vat
that.
of acid.
That'd be it. Yep.
Okay. But then you'd be like Harley Quinn.
I would. And that is my dream.
So it's not a vat of acid, or not water. We're going to put a vat of acid there for you. Yep. So she's a Comic-Con girl, Alexis is. In any case, 42-year-old liquor store owner. He goes to run the course. He's had a midlife crisis is his story. So midlife crisis, the kids have left the nest. He's got an empty nest. He and his wife, he says, now I've got all the time in the world to go out and start running Ninja Warrior courses. And so he does, and he's been training for quite some time. He's trained in most of the Ninja Warrior gyms across the country. He's training all over the place, doing pretty darn good. He's ready to hit this course. He's only 5'2", which is fascinating. What we see with people that are shorter is not that they can't run the course. In fact, sometimes when they have less weight, body weight, a lot of the hanging exercises become even easier. But one disadvantage that we've noticed that people have is when they're shorter, they don't have both the wingspan as well as the leg length in terms of the ability to wrap around things like on the, we've got the log grip, where he has to actually, not the log roll, the log grip for this one, where he holds on to it and he's got to wrap his legs around, but the legs don't quite make it. Nonetheless, he makes it right through that. So he does pretty well on the log grip. Let's see, where, strategy seemed to be fine. Fast up the warp, he went right up the warp wall. So he actually, Carl, made it halfway through the course. So he made it to the warp wall, went right back, right up the warp wall, lost it on the salmon. Let's see. No, he didn't lose it on the salmon ladder. He lost it on the flying shelf grab, so he did pretty darn well. Actually, he went a lot further than I would have thought. But that flying shelf grab took him out, and I remember thinking at that point, this is exactly what I said. That flying shelf grab, I don't know how anybody's going to have the grip strength to make it to it or through that one once they hit it. Number 3, let's take a look at this. We've got Alex Dellakian. Alex is a... hey, Alexis, you ever been to medieval times?
No, actually, I have not.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, you gotta go.
I've heard great things about it, though. I really want to go, though.
You really should.
I think I went to, well, is it different, the one out here, than it is the one in Vegas? Because I've been to the one in Vegas before.
One in Vegas kind of sucks, but the...
No, that's what I've heard. So,
yeah.
Yeah.
No, but this guy is not from here. He's not from the one in Buena Park. I think he's, it's somewhere out there where the course was near Philadelphia. So it might have been in Florida.
Sure.
But the one in Buena Park is beautiful. You absolutely should go. They serve you a full meal with a full chicken. Are you vegetarian?
No.
Okay,
I need my meat in my life.
Okay, they give you
Sorry, guys.
lots of meat. So they give you the big chicken, and you drink ale, and you slam your cups
cool.
on the thing, and everybody's, they've got people that are down there jousting.
It's on my bucket list to go to medieval times at least once. At least the one out here, because the Vegas one wasn't that great.
Yeah, no, it's absolutely phenomenal. You should go out there.
For sure.
You should go
Was
for
he
a
a
date.
knight or something? Yeah, maybe I'll go. I don't know.
Yeah, so he was a knight. He was a knight from
sweet.
medieval times. So it showed, and he says, I'm an athlete. I'm a warrior on the medieval times playing field, and here I want to become a ninja warrior. So he shows up in chainmail. So he's got
Nope, honey bunches of nope. That sounds like a really bad idea.
no punny what?
I said nope, honey bunches of nope. I think that's a
honey
bad
bunches
idea.
of nope. What the hell's that mean?
I don't know. I made it up.
Okay, I thought it was good. But see, that's what it takes to be a producer here.
Oh,
You got to have that type of creative shit.
I
Yeah,
try.
You are on it.
Thanks.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. That sounds like a bad idea. To wear chainmail.
To
if
wear
you're gonna
chainmail.
do-
Well, he takes the chainmail off, right?
Oh, okay. Never mind.
So he's wearing chainmail. He's got the helmet and the chainmail. He pulls it off, and he's still got his tunic on, which is nice for everybody. And he runs the course in his tunic. And so we've got this knight that's running the course. And let's see, how did he do when they start hanging on the Rolling Thunder? Here's the thing: he makes it all the way through the first couple of obstacles, right up to the Rolling Thunder. And I wrote down, when they start hanging, it's over. And that was the thing. So on Rolling Thunder, the people that make it through are the people that just work it, and keep it rolling. But at midpoint, once people's arms start to go, they'll hang there for a little bit, and you know it's over. They got nothing left. And he had nothing left. He wanted to go out in style, so he did a flip off of the Rolling Thunder into the water, and he did go out in style. He's a performer, and he did very well, but not good enough here tonight. Number 4. So we have it now. Get this. Hey, Alexis, I want you to picture this and tell me what appears on the screen of your mind.
Sure.
The guy's a barber.
Okay.
His name's Fabio.
Oh boy.
Okay, tell me what he looks like.
Oh, he looks like Fabio trying to cut people's hair.
Now he actually has really short hair.
Okay.
And
is he a brunette?
don't you picture a guy with like flowing locks when you
I
hear
was
that?
expecting it to be Fabio with long blonde locks cutting people's hair. So I'm now, if you said his hair was short, I'm imagining like a brunette, muscly guy.
See, you're still thinking like romance novel cover.
I'm trying. I used
Yeah.
to work at a library, so I'm like, like the pink background, big muscly brunette, short hair, spiky.
See, is that the colorful background I was talking about? I didn't know
Yes.
you worked at a library. You never told me that. You've told me lots of things.
No,
but-
I did it when I was like in junior high. It was one of those like after school programs. You got to work there, and then they paid you a little bit.
Wow.
So
All
it was
right,
nice.
cool. Did you read any good books?
I did. I read a lot of good books.
Romance novels?
No, actually not into that. More into like Lord of the Rings and comic books. That's like my thing.
Okay, all right. Well, let me tell you a little bit about Fabio's
Yeah,
run.
tell me. I wanna know.
Tell me. See, listen, look at you talking to me. This is nice to have somebody to
try.
talk to. Thank you. You're so
try.
sweet. So Fabio, let's see. Now, what was interesting is they all have to make the correlations between what they do and the American Ninja Warrior. That's part of the game. And so, you're waiting to hear how he is going to apply his barbering expertise to the American Ninja course. And what he said was, you only get one shot at it. You screw it up, you're done. You can't screw up a haircut, and you can't screw up the course. So it's a stretch. It's a stretch, but it worked, right? So, and he also said he's more of a therapist as a barber because he's talking to people about their problems. I got to know, Alexis, do you like to talk to the person who does your hair or not?
Well, the lady who does my hair, or at least cuts it, she's been doing my hair since I was 7, so she talks even if I'm not talking to her.
Got it.
But
Was
the
it
lady
your
who
mother?
colors, no.
Okay.
It's a friend of my mother's, if
Got
that
it.
makes sense. But the lady who colors my hair,
Yes.
no, it's just silence between the two of us.
Yeah, I was going to mention, maybe you should talk to her a little bit.
Yeah, no, I do.
No, I'm not
like,
saying your hair looks bad or anything.
Oh, thank you.
No.
But no, I do talk to her here and there, but it doesn't last the entire time. And like
Right.
coloring my hair takes a long time, so it's mostly just like, how you doing?
How you
you need
doing?
water?
Yes.
How's this? And I'm like, everything's great. And it's just real awkward.
Well, this barber wasn't talking here tonight. He was tackling the course, and so he went out there. You know what was interesting about him was that he spent time on the gosh, I can't even read my own writing. He came out the floating stairs, stumbled on the paddle boards, but made it. But, you know, he's a natural athlete. What was interesting about this guy was he stumbled on every obstacle coming out. So this is what really stood out in my mind as he went. And if he made that many mistakes as a barber, he'd be in trouble. But he was recovering from every mistake. That's like the barber that goes into shave. You know, they're using the razor on your hair, and they use a 0 setting instead of 4 or something like that. And he takes this big chunk of hair out, and he's got to recover. You know, that's kind of what this run of the course reminded me of, because he was recovering every time. When he came down off of you never thought he was going to make it, because his stumbles were so bad. And I say that with respect, because you know he's running the course, I'm not. But he makes it to the wall drop, and he comes off of this punching bag, right? How they've got to hit the trampoline, grab the bag, and he almost swings right through the bag to take the wall in the face, but he still somehow recovers from that. And he made it all the way over to Rolling Thunder, ended up dropping off of Rolling Thunder, but he was probably the run of the night for me. He he just took so many falls and kept coming back. He was the true Rocky story, I think, here in this episode. Let's move on to number 5. We've got Michael Torres, all-around athlete, high school, played every sport. He's a carpenter. He reminds me of Jesus. Jesus was a carpenter.
Wow.
Yeah, not in the band, but Jesus was he carved wood.
Yes, he made stuff.
He wasn't one of the carpenters.
No.
Not a band
I mean,
member.
he might have looked like one.
He might have looked like one of the carpenters. You got a point. See? He has a T-shirt on that says "We roll deep," not Jesus, the carpenter here. Although Jesus doesn't roll deep. Jesus walks on water, right?
Yep.
So this guy rolls deep. It went right up the warped wall, much to everybody's amazement. So he rolled through the front half of the course, utterly amazed, because he makes it through the flying shelf grab, and that blew me away. He was very light. He was sprite. Can I say sprite? S-P-R-Y-T-E?
Yeah.
But it's sprite. It means like light, right? Light on his fingers. He had a good jump. I loved it. I was shocked. Made it pretty far on the stair hopper, which is the second to last obstacle on the course. So this guy was rocking it to this point. Started building momentum, he was trying to get momentum to do the dismount from the stair hopper, and the bar actually rolled backwards. Remember, the stair hopper is like the horizontal salmon ladder. So the bar started rolling backwards, and he didn't know why he went down, but he did at that point. But he had a great run, one of the more inspiring runs of the night up until that point in time. Moving on to number 6 on this course, we've got Rachel Goldstein, and she started ninja training just a few months ago. So she is the second, I believe, of our 4 ladies here tonight. And this is wild. She started just a few months ago. She started in 2015, so we're looking at about 6 months into it. She's 5'4", 115 pounds. She's one of the 4 women that made it to the qualifying rounds, first time ever. And she just started. She barely started. Now, she also barely made it off of the paddle board. So when she hit that obstacle, by the way, those balance obstacles can take out the best of competitors. It doesn't matter how many courses you've done successfully, how long you've been there. I mean, obviously you have a greater chance of making it across, but they can take out the best of them. So I was going to say the best of us, but of course I've never run the course yet. All right. So then, Alexis, they had a red carpet opportunity. They asked us to come out and cover the thing.
No way.
Yes, but I wasn't qualified. Did you know that?
That's rude.
No, it's not because of my weight or anything like that.
No,
it's not
no.
because of my beer belly or no. It's actually not. It's not beer.
No. It's just love.
I'm just not ready.
I
just wasn't. No, not to lose the weight. I'm not ready to do the course.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, they said you're not course qualified. Actually, yes.
Rude.
Oh, whatever.
Whatever.
Any case, but I will do that course. Any case, we have. Although I'm supposed to go on Saturday, Alexis, I'm supposed to go to watch the Team Ninja Warrior. So that should be really a lot of fun.
That sounds like fun.
Yeah.
You gotta tell me about it when you get back.
Who reached out to me? Maria's assistant.
Oh, gosh.
Is it Sina?
I think, yeah.
So Maria Menounos' assistant, I'm flattered, reached out and offered.
Yeah, she's awesome.
Tickets to anybody who wanted them, and I got them. No, it was for us for covering the show. So we're going out there, and we get to watch Team Ninja Warrior on Saturday. So that should be good fun. So thank you, Maria Menounos. Let's see. So we've got Rachel Goldstein. She just barely made it off the paddle boards. Very tough. Came so close to touching the water on that one. Jumped high on the wall jump. So when they jump high on the wall jump, what that means is they hit that punching bag I talked about. It's not really a punching bag, but it looks like it. It's a big obstacle thing, right? So they hit the top of it, and she hit it too high, and then had to slide all the way down, which she slid off the wall drop. Oh, I was just getting excited about what was happening next. She slid all the way down and right off. Okay, so we lost number 6 right there, and we move on to number 7. We've got Joe Moravsky. Now, by the way, there were some people that were running on the commercial breaks. I'm not sharing those with you here tonight because I was watching the commercials while they were running. But we've got Joe Moravsky. Now, Joe is very well known in the ninja world and in ninja warrior circles. He must have trained at Nanda Parbat. That was an inside joke for any Arrow fans. Do you watch Arrow, Alexis?
Yeah, I like it.
Do you know Nanda Parbat?
I think so.
It's where all the ninjas trade.
Yes. I never knew the name of the location. I just knew
Nanda
what
Parbat.
it is.
So you're not really a fan. You're just
Apparently
kind of a fan.
Apparently not.
Right?
Yeah,
See?
sure.
Okay, so Joe Moravsky, meteorologist. They call him the weatherman because he's a weatherman. Fancy that. He successfully beat. Now here's a little bit about Joe. He successfully beat every city finals course he's ever been on. He was looking to get the fastest time here tonight, and it was very obvious right from the outset. So he literally flew through the course. Just went flying. These are my notes, right? Let's see, just went flying. He slowed down a bit on the wall drop right there. He had an early dismount on Rolling Thunder, so he was able to dismount before it got too close to the end. And if your arms are tired, it's a good thing to do. His arms weren't tired on Rolling Thunder. He was breezing through this course that he was so confident in himself, in his run, that he was able to take off and dismount from midway through the Rolling Thunder. Pretty amazing. Right up the warped wall, no problem. Breezed through the salmon ladder. Made it to the flying shelf grab and inches the bar forward on the stair hopper. So he's all the way. He made it through that shelf grab once again that I didn't think anybody was going to make it through. And personally, that looked to me to be the toughest obstacle on a course I've seen after everything else. But he made it through it. Inches the bar forward on the stair hopper. I wrote, wow. He lost one ring. Oh my gosh. So what happened with this guy was he made it to the last obstacle, which is the invisible ladder. And you got the 2 rings that you got to work your way up. He's going up. And, this is one of the few shows that I've seen. In fact, it's the only show that I've seen, not the only episode, the only show that I've seen where your heart jumps out to the people and you want them so bad to make it. This is what I was thinking for Joe. He's up there. He was about 5 feet away from finishing the course. And he dropped one of the rings on the invisible ladder. He lost it. So he's got 2 hands on one ring. And you're just praying for this guy. And he finally lets go and drops and doesn't make it up to the top of the course. So close, but didn't quite make it. And when he came down, he said himself that he thinks that this could be one of the toughest courses that they've ever done for a finals course. So I think we're going to see more of that as we go. Next up, we got Jamie Ron, rather, with an N. They call him Captain NBC. So he's a superhero, not a real superhero. He's a Ninja Warrior superhero. So he's made up in his costume. He's wearing it. He's one of the few costumed ninjas that remain, they say, because apparently there were a lot of costume ninjas for a while. He's one of them. He's got green hair, like a fluorescent green type color hair. It looks nice. He's got a lot of, everybody there that came to follow him, his fan base, they've all got green hair. And he's got a little dog with green hair as well. You'd like that, Alexis?
They usually do.
They do, yeah. He's got a little dog with green hair.
Yeah, everybody wants me to dye Rocky's little patch of white on the top of his head, like purple, so that we're matching. And I'm like, no.
I think that would be really cool.
You think so?
Yeah, like give him like a little, put it like in a little ponytail that sticks straight up.
Yeah, because I guess you can cut it to the point where and put gel and put like a mohawk.
A
mohawk. I'm thinking of that too, and I was like, maybe.
Maybe if your hair was more like a fluorescent blue than a purple.
Yeah.
I think that would be really
cool.
That
would be really cool. I mean, I was thinking about it actually, to dyeing my hair blue.
You should.
I'm waiting until brain. Until after.
Until an important event.
Yes, pretty much, and then I'll dye it.
Until you get married.
Yes, there you go.
And you dye your hair fluorescent
sorry,
blue.
I was like, what am I thinking of? I'm like, right, the marriage. I'm actually gonna dye my hair back to brown.
The marriage.
The marriage. I'm dyeing my hair back to brown, and then I'll do crazy colors after pictures.
Who are you gonna marry? This one guy?
Yeah, this one guy that I met at a bar. He said that he wanted to take me to Vegas, and I was like, yeah, that sounds great. He's like,
Did you ever see Scott Pilgrim versus the World?
Yes, it's my favorite. It's one of my favorite comics. Yeah, this one girl.
What did he say? Oh, that's one of my favorites too. He's like,
You're talking about Knives Chow.
Yeah.
Oh man, I love that movie so much.
Oh, it's that one guy.
Yeah. Oh, look at that. And he's like, smack, smack, smack.
Yeah.
Look.
They were like on a mushroom trip or something in that movie.
I can't remember. Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, Jamie, the superhero, makes it through there. He's got he's got his green hair. His dog has green hair. Now he's attacking this course. He's competed since season 2 of Ninja Warrior. This guy was rocking it. Like at first I thought, oh, this is going to be kind of a joke. He's not going to make it all the way through, but he went far. He made it to the stair hopper, missed it on the 5th stair. And as Maxwell Smart would say, missed it by that much. So lost it there, but I loved his run. It was a fun run to watch. Next up, we had Michelle Warnky. So we're down to number 3 of the ladies here. Michelle is the veteran. So of the 3 ladies, or I apologize, of the 4 ladies, we had 3 rookies, and we had the veteran. She was the veteran. I'm the guy who's got to learn how to talk. Take my speaking course too. It's really good. She made it to the city finals for 3 straight years, but never to Las Vegas. One of the first ninja athletes to open up her own ninja gym. So that's something for you too, Alexis. If not only could you build this stuff and sell it, you could also open your own ninja gym. I think that might not be a bad idea. There's something in it. Alexis must have walked away from the panel.
No, I agree. Sorry, we were trying to do something back here.
So you're actually working?
Yes.
Okay, I apologize.
It's all good.
Right. Yeah, that's all good.
But no, I agree.
Yeah. Okay, you agree. Do you even know what I said?
Nope.
Okay, perfect. See, that's what I like.
Honesty. Woo.
Yes, thank you. So she almost made it through Rolling Thunder. Now this is pretty cool, but had her back. See, here's the thing, because they've got especially these rock climbers, like Michelle Warnky is a rock climber. So they've got a technique on the Rolling Thunder of going backwards through it, which seems to really, really work for them. But by the time they get to the dismount, they're back still to where they need to dismount to, so they have to turn around. And I feel like if she was turned around, if she was facing the dismount when it came time, that she would have made a successful dismount, but she couldn't maneuver herself around to make that. So unfortunately, she lost it right there. And what's interesting is she lost it in the exact same place that she lost the qualifying round. However, in the qualifying round, she was still in the top 30, which sent her on to finals. But we lost her here, and she didn't make it to the national finals. Oh my God. You're just showing me your back. But yep. Baby's got back. See, that was kind of a funny joke. It was like a pun. I said, you're showing me your back. And I said, okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. So she's not making it. She's not going on to the national finals. But we have some others that are. We have next up Chris Wilczynski. He's a gym owner as well. Only has now he's got an interesting. He has a mohawk, by the way, Alexis.
See, I would like to get a mohawk, but
Yeah.
I really like my long hair.
Yeah,
so
no,
I don't
your
think I would-
long hair looks nice.
Thank you. So
Yeah.
I feel weird if I actually did do it, but I've always wanted to ever since I was like real young, and I was like, nah, I'm not gonna do it.
It would be cool for the dog, though.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
agree. I might do it.
Dun-dun-dun, Rocky. Okay, so he's got a pink mohawk. This guy, he's got a pink mohawk. His gym was one of the first ninja training centers in the country. And this guy was blowing through it. He blew through the stair hopper, which is the second to last obstacle. Unlike anyone. So, this is the guy. Sometimes it takes me a little while for my little neurons to get firing
That
off.
makes sense. You have a lot to, a lot
Thank
of people
you.
to talk about.
Thank you. Well, this guy went through the stair hopper is the horizontal salmon ladder, and everybody was taking their, they were working through it very carefully, really taking their time on the placement, because just as in the salmon ladder where you've got two notches that you've got to fit your stick into, that sounds weird, doesn't it?
A little bit.
Yeah, a little bit, a little strange. Yeah, but so you've got to hit with your stick. I don't know how to say this any other way.
Nope,
got
do
the
what you gotta do.
Stick in the
Commit,
salmon
commit.
ladder. I'm committed, damn it. But you got the stick, and you got to put them in the little holes in the notches, right? For when you're going up the
boy.
salmon ladder. Now, so I'm doing the best I can here, Alexa. Now, but if you're going,
feeling about this.
if you're going horizontally, you've got to hit the. There's not little notches, but there's this what appeared to be a slippery surface that could go either forwards or backwards. So when you hit the stick, there's a chance that pole's going to roll off the back.
And this one time at band camp,
Oh my God, is it that bad? Okay,
No, I'm
forget
just
about
messing
it.
with you.
Okay, but could you do that one more time? I like that one.
and this one time at band camp,
I thought it fit since we're talking
It
about.
did kind of fit, but what did
stuff
she
and-
do? She didn't.
No, she was talking about. This is from American Pie.
Wasn't that a flute or
yes,
something?
it was a flute. That's why I thought it was funny.
But what did she do with it?
I can't say it on the air.
Why not?
Because no.
We're not broadcast. We're not TV.
Anyway, continue.
Okay, so they're going horizontally with this thing, and he flew through that stair stepper like nothing you've ever seen. It blew me away. That was, I said there was one of the runs that was most inspiring. That right there was probably the most inspiring moment of the moment, to see him fly through that stair hopper. And then he got to the invisible ladder. Was almost up there. It was one of his best runs ever. He had this weird success ratio of 1 year on, 1 year off, 1 year on, 1 year off. And here he had one of his best runs ever. He's going to go on to the finals. We'll see him in Las Vegas, which is beautiful. And now we get to our final two runners of the evening. And both of these were fantastic runs. Jessie Labrecque, they call her Flex Labrecque. She's awesome. And what's neat about Jessie is she's a beautiful girl. Jessie, if you're watching, you're a beautiful girl, but you got a beautiful heart, a beautiful soul, and that speaks even more than the external beauty. Thank you. But it's true. She is a caretaker for a young girl with cerebral palsy. I was just talking about insurance policies today, so it makes
Palsy.
Palsy. Thank you, pal. So cerebral palsy. Cerebral palsy. Is it like cerebral, like the brain?
Yeah, like the
cerebral?
brain.
Cerebral palsy. Yes, thank you. And her name's Emmeline. And Emmeline is awesome. Emmeline can't speak. She has no language skills, so she can make noises, and she uses a computer interface to actually communicate, which is pretty awesome. But Emmeline gets so excited, and you just see the joy in her eyes. She was at the qualifying rounds as well. She's here now at the finals. So this little girl, she's in a wheelchair. I don't know how old she is. I'm guessing she might be 15, 16 years old. But she's got this big smile, and it reminds me of like a smile on a really. I like happy puppies. When you see happy puppies, it always makes you happy. When you see Emmeline, she always makes you happy. She's got this big smile, and she can't say what she's feeling, but you could just you read it in her, and she's thrilled to be there with Jessie and supporting Jessie. And what's neat about Jessie is she's got this connection with this girl on the side where she stops and she wants to look at her and see her before she goes up some of the more challenging obstacles and stuff. And it's just beautiful. It's a beautiful relationship that she's got, but it also speaks to the beauty of Jessie's soul. And I just say it with respect because I think it's such a neat relationship that plays out. Jessie Labrecque was a track star at the University of Maine. She still holds 11 school records, so she's an athlete. She goes rocking this course. She's flying through it. We see her arms start to straighten out and start to get tired on the Rolling Thunder. And at that point, as soon as because you like to keep the L's in the arms in order to maintain the grip strength, but the moment you see the arms go straight, it's like, are they gonna lose it? And she didn't. And they played it off with excellent television timing, where you thought she might lose it, and then she didn't. She made it through the Rolling Thunder, and she's the only, she was the first woman ever to make it through Rolling Thunder. We should do, if we have applause or anything that we can give her, that would be really awesome. Thank you. Yeah, first woman ever to make it through Rolling Thunder, which is a big deal. If you could keep those cued for a second, Alexis, and I don't know what you got going on back there. There might be, but I'm cued like ready for when I say something, because I'm about to say something really cool, and then maybe if you could launch it. Okay, so okay, here, let's test it first. Let's pretend I just said the cool thing. Okay, got it. You're right on, exactly, right? So, first woman ever to make it through the Rolling Thunder, we said that. Only 2 women now have made it up the new warped wall that's a higher warped wall, and she did it. Thank you. Jessie Flex Labrecque did it. Now, only 5 women have ever made it up the warp wall in the history of American Ninja Warrior. She did it. Beautiful. And there's another one. She made it up the warped wall here, up the new warped wall. She made it up the salmon ladder, hit the flying step grab, which I thought was impossible to do. And it looks like she fell there because I don't have any more notes. But she went far. She joins Megan Martin and Jessie Graff in Vegas. She's going to Vegas. She's the 3rd woman to go to the Vegas finals, and there's never been a woman in the Vegas finals before. Very nice run. Beautiful. Oh, you know what? I'm wrong here. She didn't fall. I have my notes on the other side of that. She didn't fall. Give her that. She went down on the stair climber is where she went down. But she did, yeah. Okay, my fault. I blew it. First woman to win a trip to Vegas as a rookie, too. First time. So that was another, yes, thank you. Okay, I know I've got to wrap this up here, but I've got one more runner, so let's just give you the scoop on him. Jeff Britton is the first ninja. So he's the first ninja to climb stage 4 all the way through in Vegas in the finals. He was the first one to ever do it. He's back again here. And his record coming in, he's the last runner for the evening. His record coming in is that he's hit 7 straight buzzers. So the last 7 courses that he's run, he's hit the buzzer, meaning he's made it to the end. If you needed a definition for that. So he's hit the last 7. First ninja ever. High expectations for him on this course. He flew through this. By the way, just to put it in perspective, he missed out on the $1 million in terms of being the first Ninja Warrior. He missed out on $1 million by 3 seconds. Yeah, not in this episode. This was a different episode, which is he made it up the course. He was the first Ninja Warrior up. Somebody else beat him by 3 seconds. So who's the first Ninja Warrior? It's up in the air. But we get to see Jeff run again here tonight. He does fantastic, but interestingly enough, he goes down on the stair hopper tonight. And what that means is he's still going to Vegas because his time was great. He was ahead of the course. But for the first time, here's the next first. For the first time ever, no one has completed. Let me rephrase this and make sure I get it right so I can hit it with the impact I want. For the first time ever, nobody made it through the city's finals course. Alexis got my back, right? So, wow, that tells you how tough this course was here tonight in Philadelphia. And it's all getting us ready for the national finals, which we're going to starting next week in Las Vegas, Nevada. Alexis, I think we need to find a production budget to get us out there. Yep. We can get your hair done. We can get you that mohawk you want.
Yay!
Fluorescent blue. We'll bring Rocky, and we'll be heading off to the Vegas finals. That'll be a lot of fun. So in any case, that's where we're going to be. We'll be back here next week to cover next week's episode. And until then, but remember, you can reach out to me, Chris Howard, at Chris Howard Live on Twitter, on Instagram. And you can also find me at legendarylivingdaily.com. Go there for tips, motivations. It's all sorts of fun stuff. You're going to want to download that at legendarylivingdaily.com. Remember to download the iTunes podcast for this, and you can capture all the episodes. Next week, we'll be back with Ty, my man Ty, so I won't be all alone, and I won't have a blue Christmas after all. On behalf of myself, AfterBuzz TV, over and out. We'll see you next week. Good night.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.